It's your main man, Clubber D, back with Lamar, the number one Atlanta Falcons fan. Well, at least the only one I know. But we're going to talk about preseason. It just started, and I have to pick this man's brain because he's been itching to talk about his team. I don't know if he's showered yet in 3 weeks because I haven't showered since I watched my team play the other day. But the Falcons, you guys had your first preseason game.
We did against the Lions.
Against the Lions. Okay, Detroit. Okay, shout out to them. My question to you is, who on as far as the rookies, who are you looking at, and how do they fare?
So, hey, it's I'm glad you asked me this question, man. I've actually been following them through camp. You know, I'm one of those guys who on my phone, I'm on part of the forums, the Atlanta Falcon forums. I go in there as Atlanta Falcon fans. We talk about what's going on and things like that. And I've been really excited. You know, I was really excited about the draft because I'm a Georgia Bulldogs fan. You know that.
Yep.
Atlanta hasn't drafted Georgia Bulldogs ever, and we always talk about that as Georgia Bulldog fans.
Really?
Bro, we never draft Bulldogs ever. It's the craziest shit in the world.
DJ Shockley must have been a rookie.
But that was years ago. Like you would think, like, oh, they're gonna get another Bulldog. It's just like one of the ones that never happens, right?
I got
you. So when we took Jalen Walker, I was ecstatic. I was just so happy about Jalen Walker because I love the kid, man. I think he's a true leader. He's somebody that's going to be able to bring that fire, that spark, and help solidify the defense, right? But James Pierce was one of the guys that I really wanted. Now, when it came to the draft, I wanted Jalen Walker, I wanted Pierce, or I wanted Michael, right? I wanted one of those three guys. We got two of the guys that I wanted. But here's the thing, D. James Pierce has been in fights at camp. And I'm like, that's what the fuck I'm talking about.
Got a little dog in him.
Got a little dog in him, man. 2 fights. Since camp started, he's been involved in 2 altercations. Not one of the, like, oh, you're being just some scumbag out there. It's competing to the point, like, oh, it gets a little, the testosterone gets up there, and you start, I watch him in the game, bro. I just love it. You know, obviously the preseason game, they're not going to have them out there for a lot. But the 6 or 7 plays that I can remember, in the right spots, quarterback pressure. He was in on that first drive when they caused the fumble, and it was crazy because they're splitting him and Jalen Walker up. So Pierce is on one side, Walker's on the other side. So you got him coming off fast on the edge. You got Jalen Walker holding up the edge. What you gonna do? Because Jalen Walker could hold up that edge and have to, your guy has to decide. James Pierce comes on the back end with the speed and makes a tackle. So I'm really excited about James Pierce. I'm excited about Jalen Walker.
He went where? I know Walker
Tennessee.
That's right. He would go to
Tennessee.
Okay. Yeah, so
now,
SEC. Okay, gotcha.
Now, if you remember, he was considered the best pass rusher in the draft, right? Before the season last year. He kind of fell a little bit, but not because of, I don't want to say because of his numbers. It was because of off the field issues. But I actually did some research and I found out that his off the field issues were he got pulled over for, I think, his tint on his car, and he was driving on a suspended for something. That's what the off the field issues were. It wasn't nothing like stupid, you know what I'm saying? He got pulled over and that dropped him in the draft. But he's a dog, bro. He's a fucking dog. So I was just so excited about him. So I'm excited to see what he's going to do. I don't know if he's going to play in the next game, or even the third, because the third is not technically that old fourth where they no.
No, third is like the fourth. That's the dress rehearsal. That's the third is like the one where they kind of want everybody to get it cracking.
But that's when they had 4, and then nobody played the fourth. They'll only do 3 now.
Yeah,
so
no. Now the 3 is like the fourth.
They still do.
No, sorry, the 3. The fourth was kind of like for like the people that are going to
making the last 53. Yeah.
The third is now like the real one. There's no more like fourth game for to see what you still got something. The third is like the real deal.
Okay. So they're gonna he probably played in that one. So if you get the chance, if you're scrolling through and the Falcons preseason game is on, because it's just I guess it's shot in the dark on who you're gonna be watching. Right. So he's number 2. Where's number 27? So take a look, man. James Pierce, man, he's man. I like what he's gonna do. Him and Jalen Walker, and also even too Xavier Watts. Xavier Watts is the safety we took from Notre Dame. I like what he's got. Billy Bowman came from Oklahoma, and we got that one kid from Kansas, Kobe Bryant. I like him. I like our class. And if Xavier Watts gets in there and he becomes a starter, pairing him up with Jesse Bates.
Right.
It's gonna be pretty good. And we finally got some linebacker. We finally got a linebacker. We did get from you guys, Georgia Bulldog, defensive end. He came from y'all, right? You know what I'm talking about. If I didn't even know his fucking name, I would know this shit. George.
It's a defensive end that came
DN.
from us.
From Georgia.
From Georgia.
Floyd. George Floyd. No, George Floyd.
Leonard Floyd?
Leonard Floyd. I'm saying George
Floyd.
He
only played 1 year with us. He's kind of, Leonard Floyd was still serviceable.
Yeah. I think he had 7.5 sacks for you guys last year.
Yeah,
Leonard Floyd had 7.5 sacks.
He's consistent with a good 10-sack season guy. He's serviceable. Just we had so many. We led the league in injuries, and last year I think we second league in injuries, number 1 in offensive injuries.
Mm-hmm.
We just had a down year of my Niners, and it's funny you say that because we drafted Michael Williams, Georgia Bulldog, and I like everything about him because he's a young boy. He's very long arms, freakish athlete. He can set the edge very well when it comes to the run.
He's run stopper like a motherfucker.
He's a good run stopper. The only issue with him is that we're trying to teach him how to pass rush off the edge. He's not as well refined, and Bosa's been working on with that with the hand.
Well, he didn't have even when he was with Georgia, he didn't have a lot of moves.
Yeah,
he did not have a lot of moves, but he could get to the quarterback.
Well, I like what we're doing because we like those long, lanky edge rushers and then move them inside for passing downs. So I was pissed he hyperextended his knee, couldn't see him against Denver. But as for me with my Niners, CJ West has been like the number 1 guy everyone's looking at, as far as a defensive tackle, because we drafted Alfred Collins out of Texas in the second round. He's a big boy. He's 6'5", 6'6", just a big dude. But he's a run stuffer. He's not gonna rush the passer. So his thing is bat down balls and kind of clogging that middle and opening up.
So he plays the 3 and the 1 technique.
Yeah.
So that's good. When you got a guy like
wide 9. So depends on what down it is, but he's gonna be basically taking up two blocks and freeing up Bosa and Bryce Huff. But besides them, is it Jalen Watson? I think that's his name. By the Ole Miss, wide receiver. Big fan of him as well. Him and Upton Stout. He's going to be our nickel corner. So I'm pretty happy with the Niners. And what we're going to do, we're doing something we don't usually do, and that's lean on a lot of rookies. Like Shanahan's my issue with Shanahan, he is very stubborn when it comes to certain things. And, it's the reason why we lost 2 Super Bowls, because he didn't want to run the fucking ball. But that's another story. But I think this year's going to be very interesting. I know one thing, if Trent Williams is hurt, we're going to suck. And the fact that they didn't address tackle at all in this draft boggles my mind. The Niners have a philosophy of not paying much for the quarterback and getting all the pieces around them. Now that you paid the quarterback, now you need to start paying the pieces around you and invest in young talent. And they don't do that on the offensive line. They don't really draft offensive linemen like that. They just don't really care about it. I'm like,
but
what the fuck are y'all doing?
In Shanahan's offensive line, though, they're very, because even when he was in Atlanta, we weren't a big offensive line, but we could move. And that's what made us so good, because that zone blocking scheme was so good. And then Devontae Freeman, he just find that fucking seam and boom, he was gone. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So we were able to, and Tevin Coleman, we were able to move those smaller linemen around and zone block, and they could do things. So I don't know, as far as you guys are concerned, if Trent Richardson is that zone moving guy, but can he fill that in? Because they say that
Trent Williams, he's done it for a while with Shanahan, because Shanahan had him back when he was in Washington.
Right.
I mean, Trent Williams is perennial Hall of Famer, first ballot. Yeah. Like he shouldn't have to wait. He's probably one of the best tackles ever. But it's just that when he goes down, there's no backup.
Nobody behind him.
We're trying Spencer Burford out there, and I mean, you thought his feet were in cement the way Bonita was going around him this past preseason game. And I know we had our twos in there, mostly threes, but I don't think too much out of preseason, to be honest with you. I'm kind of like you. We've been watching football for so long. I don't get too psyched just watch, preseason's on. No. I don't care if we lose 100-0, which I would, but I want to see that person we drafted in the first round, in the second round, in the third round. How are they faring? How's a person that everyone has that undrafted rookie free agent that's the darling of the team?
Yep.
How are they when the Bullets are live? You know what I'm saying? Like I look at things like that. I look at more players instead of
Yeah.
the scoreboard. You know.
Oh yeah. I like to see what they do, and even though because we lost that game, but fortunately that young man got injured, and basically the first play of the fourth quarter, and they just didn't play anymore. They just ended the game there. You know what I'm saying? So who knows? We could have won, we could have lost, whatever. Whatever how it is. But I was impressed with that those first two three drives with the young guys in there and how they did. So I'm excited to see when it all comes together. Now I don't think Jalen Walker or James Pierce are going to be the starters because you do have Leonard Floyd that's going to be the starter. You do have Arnold Ekebede, AK-47. He's going to be the other DS. Yeah. His name is Arnold Ekebede. They call him AK-47, right? So I'm probably saying the name wrong, but still in all, it's one of they'll probably end up being in the more than likely taking the first spots. That's just how it works. To me, for the way they sub players in the NFL so much is like. Okay, so I didn't start, but I'm literally in on play 3. You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, you got your
what is that?
You got your third down package. You got your third down package if it's a run, if it's a pass. It's just different variations.
Situational.
My question also for you is the safety you guys got out of Notre Dame. What is his? I mean, I know his stats, but just for the sake of our good conversation, Notre Dame. If you look back. In the last 10 years, they've been pretty decent with safeties. You got Noah Smith. Noah Smith is on the verge of being a Hall of Famer in Minnesota. People just don't talk about him.
Oh, boy, that the Ravens took?
And about Kyle Hamilton.
Hamilton
he was a freak, like 6'5" or whatever, 6'4". Mm-hmm. Safety, is this guy the same like mold?
He's a ball hawk. Okay. He's a ball hawking safety, and that's what I like. You pair him now with Jesse Bates, who is probably the best safety in NFL right now. Jesse Bates is probably the best safety in the NFL. Look it up.
I'll have to look that up. He's not bad. I'm not saying he's bad. Yeah. I know he's top 5 for sure.
So if we're gonna go with Madden rating, he's the highest rated safety in Madden.
I mean, I don't like.
What is it? Well, agree to disagree. He's the top 3 safety in the NFL.
I know he's up there. I'm not knocking him one bit. I'm just. Offhand, I'm like just trying to think of safeties, and him, Hamilton for sure. Mika Fitzpatrick went down. No, I'll put him up there.
Yeah.
I mean, people are probably saying, "Oh, you forgot about that." Okay, calm down.
Right. No, we're not talking. We're not talking about the Jet safety. No, nobody knows about your favorite safety on the Jets.
Speaking of Jets, Jamal Adams, they got him playing linebacker for the Raiders now.
Really?
Yeah, he's the ball playing linebacker. He actually did well too. I like seeing that. He trying to reinvent. He was always a beast. Just never stayed healthy.
Yeah, I know.
Carroll had him out in Seattle. Couldn't stay healthy. But
that's safety.
Carroll, he was an all-pro safety, I believe, when he was healthy. But now they got him playing linebacker, and he's doing well.
Well, it's weird because you kind of have that safety that's technically the run defending safety, and like at high school we call that our Sun Devil. So our Sun Devil is our safety that's more of the run strength guy. So you can put them down in the box because they'll take on the blocks and they're more of the run support compared to a free safety who is more of like that guy that can put the defense where they need to go and is more of like the ball hawk type guy that can figure shit out. Exactly.
Polamalu did both. Ed Reed was more the playing center field. Polamalu would come to the line, and like we had Talanoa Funga, who with the Broncos now, he would come to the line. He's very good in that small box when it comes to as far as covering. Not bad, but just not as good in the box. But no, I got you.
Yeah, because when you look at the Legion of Boom, it was Cam Chancellor and
Virginia Tech 757.
And who was the other one that ended up was flicking him off because he wanted to get paid?
Oh, Earl Thomas.
So Earl Thomas was the free safety. He was a free safety, but then you had Cam Chancellor down there just fucking
linebacker,
boom, smacking people. Yeah, so to see Adams go down as a linebacker makes sense.
Fun fact about Cam Chancellor: he was a quarterback, 2-star quarterback when he got recruited in Virginia Tech.
Yeah, out of Maury High School.
Yep, Maury. They're fucking beast out there.
They play Maury High School plays Cardinal Gibbons, a school from North Carolina, first week.
Nice.
First or second week of the season. And then I think Verona plays Grimsley, who's the number 1 team in North Carolina. So Verona plays them, I think, the first week of the season. So getting into some high school football. So, hey, where are you guys where are they projecting the 49ers record in the division?
Well, because we are playing we have the easiest schedule. Since we finished fourth, so we play all the fourth place teams. A lot of us are either picking us or the Rams to win the West. Cardinals, I'm not going to close the book on the Cardinals just yet because they had a great drafting class as far as defense goes. I just don't believe in Kyler Murray. He starts off hot and turns into Kyler Murray. Stafford is having a back issue. If Stafford doesn't play, Rams are in trouble.
Okay.
Sam Darnold will be Sam Darnold, okay? I like what he did with the Vikings, but, we got Justin Jefferson and Addison and, TJ Hawkinsley. I probably messed his name up, but and you have a decent run game. Sam Darnold can do well.
Right. Where'd he go?
Seattle. He went to Seattle.
Oh, he went to Seattle. Oh,
and Jigba's not bad. I think my thing with Seattle, Mike McDonald, he's a Ravens ex-defense coordinator, so he has a good defense. He has that defense right. But I think now, with all that being said, with my division, I feel the Niners can win a division. I don't think it'll be easy. I think I got us winning at least, barring McCaffrey sitting out some. Trent Williams will probably miss as usual 4 to 5 games this year. And how Brandon Ayuk is when he gets back, if he's all full steam ahead. I got the Niners winning anywhere between 10 to 12 games this year.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So we got, I want to say we're probably the bottom half also. We do play like Washington. We play some division winners. I think we have the NFC. We have the NFC East this year.
Oh, so y'all got Cowboys and everybody.
No, I don't think we have the Cowboys because we played them last year. I don't think we have them, but I know we have the Giants.
Uh-oh.
We have
up a little bit.
Am I freezing up?
You're back.
Oh,
you're back.
Lord. You know what I'm saying? Oh, gosh, my power.
Okay.
I think we have the Giants and the Washington. We have Giants and Washington, but
how you only
I
got
don't know. I
two?
have to look. I have to look at it because I know the Eagles won it.
Division.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Giants.
if you got both of them, you got the whole division in.
Yeah. So yeah, I'll look it up. But I have us. God, man, the Saints are going to be bad.
Yeah, they're terrible.
They're going to be bad. We beat the Bucks last year, both games, but I don't like going by what we did last year because we shouldn't have beat them the second game. That Bates making a fumble and then us going down and scoring and then beating them in overtime. We did beat the first game, so I would say out of them we'll probably split one. We got the Panthers. We should beat the Panthers both times. We should beat the Saints both times, and then I can see us splitting with
Carolina.
With Carolina, yeah.
We got the Chargers. You don't know what you're gonna get out of them.
You don't know what you're gonna get.
They're scrappy. I try to write Bryce Young off. I feel bad doing that. I want nothing but the best for Carolina. They're one of the teams where I don't root for them, but I want them to do well.
Right.
I would love to see them take that next step and get that division more competitive. The Buccaneers, people sleep on Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield is arguably a top 10 quarterback. He's done well down there. Mike Evans. Now, I did see people talk about Mike Evans. Is he a Hall of Famer? Obviously, he is. But one person was saying he's like that Frank Gore-esque Hall of Fame because of his stats. I'm a big Frank Gore fan. One of my favorite players.
I am too. I'm a big Frank Gore fan also.
But just like Mike Evans, has there ever been a time where you thought he was the best player in his position 1 year? Never.
They get so overlooked.
Well, I'm saying like Mike Evans, has he ever been the number one receiver in the league?
No.
Exactly. Frank Gore,
no.
Has he ever been a number one running back in the league?
No.
He's always been, you say top 10, for sure. Top 5, maybe. But
Evans, though, I could
he's just consistent.
argue. He's so consistent, man.
And nothing against him of that. But to me, he's a Hall of Famer. Don't get me wrong. He's a Hall of Famer. But if he did take his longevity away, you know,
Yeah, man.
it's like
Yeah.
when people talk about Cal Ripken, they're like, "Oh, he did was just go to work every day," but he was good. He was good, but actually, no, Cal Ripken was top 5 in his. But it's just,
Oh
I just hear both
man,
sides of
yeah.
the argument. I lean towards more. Yes, he's Hall of Fame, but I will listen to you when there's smoke to that fire. When
Yeah.
you're saying, "Is Mike Evans? Oh, well, he hasn't really done anything spectacular as far as being top 5 in his position in any year."
It's crazy because between Gore and between Evans,
Mm-hmm.
they have sneaky big games.
Yes,
Where you're like, he had what? 11 catches for 160 yards and 3 touchdowns? What? He has those sneaky games, but then because of those games, like his normal 4 catches for 85 yards and touchdown kind of goes overlooked. But he'll do that, then he'll have a big ass game. And you're like, every year, I never draft him in fantasy, and I'm always like, fuck, man, he was that good. I don't know. I don't know.
Like it's so up like okay, a Redskin, Brian Arakpo, he would have like 10 or 12 sacks a year, maybe. And people are like, man, he don't do shit. But then one game, 3 sacks.
Yeah.
Nothing. Another game, 3 sacks. Nothing. 2 sacks. Nothing. 3 sacks. And then it's like, oh, you already got like 10 sacks. And it's like, but that's where stats lie. Like, I'm not a big stat person all the time because stats will fucking lie. Because I can say, oh yeah, he had 75 yards on 6 attempts, but that was garbage time. That was like right before halftime, and they just want to keep you out of touchdown or field goal range. I don't know, something stupid like that. Or but if I read that stat and it's like, oh man, he beasted. Why don't they give him the ball more? Like, come on, man, you got to look at the game. Like, that's where I don't like to go off stats because I remember I ain't gonna say no names, but there was a show that the homie Omar was rocking with, and they was reading the stats on Nick Mullen, like, oh, he had 400 yards and 3 touchdowns. He had a great game. It was like, motherfucker had four interceptions. And they lost because of those interceptions. Like, look, stats matter, okay? Like, come on, man.
It's almost like at the end of the year, you hear that always hear that Washington fan. We beat Philadelphia. Yeah, well, they were sitting all their starters because they're undefeated and they're the number 1 seed. We still beat them. All right, man, great, cool. All right, you beat them. Good job. Okay. You didn't beat those guys because when they played you guys in week 1, they beat you guys by 40. These guys are just so like delusional. But like we said with Evans is one of those ones where it's like not only does he have just average, I want to say above average good games.
Right.
It's against the teams where you're going up against a Sauce Gardner and you're still getting 130 yards and 2 touchdowns. You're like, wow, man. He's just like you said. He's one of those. He's not going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer, but he's going to be a Hall of Famer because his numbers are just there. Frank Gore, their numbers are just there. They're just consistently good. They're just,
I'd rather have a career like that than fizzle out early and just have a couple. Like Terrell Davis, unfortunately, got hurt. It didn't last that long. Still a Hall of Famer, but I'd rather have a consistent year, like 10-year, 12-year career where every year, I brought it instead of just maybe I had like 4 or 5 great years. I was holding on to past shit, moving forward.
Check this out. I saw this stat. I should have posted it to the chat, right? And it said that Terrell Davis Hall of Famer, right? And it showed his stats. It was like 7,200 something yards, right?
Yeah.
It's like 49, 50 touchdowns, something like that. Basically, it showed his stats, and then it showed Ezekiel Elliott's stats. And Ezekiel Elliott's numbers are better than his.
Well, Zeke played a lot longer than Terrell. Terrell did those in way less games, and Terrell had back-to-back, like 2,000-yard seasons.
Yeah, he did have a 2,000.
I mean, he was like, I think he was like, was he back-to-back? I think he's like 2,000 and 2,000, something like that, crazy. And Terrell put those numbers up in a little bit of time. Terrell was the best running back for that period.
Yeah, he was.
He's never been the best running back. You know what I'm saying? He just played longer.
It's almost like you can have that argument. Yeah, you can have that argument. Now that I'm thinking about it, it's like Gale Sayers is a Hall of Famer. Gale Sayers didn't play that many years, but that motherfucker's numbers.
Yep.
You'd be like, if he would have had a career like Walter Payton and Emmett and stuff like that, what would his numbers have been? And he didn't. And
I mean, that's why, like, when I see stats like that, that's just people that just saying shit just to say shit or showing shit just to show it, because you cannot. No one in the right mind would ever look at that stat like, oh well, I mean Zeke's good. It's like, no, don't. Mm-hmm. And also the era is different.
Way different.
Back then it's more catered towards the running back. Now it's not. So I'm not saying Zeke isn't good at what he does, but it's just that's Terrell Davis was. You'll never see. Well, we will. Todd Gurley is like the new age Terrell Davis, kinda.
Yeah.
Todd Gurley. I don't know if the numbers were similar, but Todd Gurley, he was up there. Chris Johnson, he played a lot longer, obviously, but
still, man, like Chris Johnson, like how many years did he play?
What, like 8, 9, maybe? I'm not sure.
Man, it's a sneaky 8.
Yeah,
it's a sneaky 8.
Yeah, CJ 2K. Yeah, he was
it's a good running back
in a shitty offense too. Shitty offense. I mean, he took after He took after Eddie George, I believe, right? Did he play a couple years after? Yeah. So Eddie George, another Hall of Famer. He's a Hall of Fame. Eddie George.
Yeah. Did he make it last year?
I don't know. Eddie George, he was a top running back when we were growing up, so he's another one good ones.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, man, this is fun. We're gonna do this football stuff again pretty soon. I want to get you on. We'll talk about a little bit of football and
I'll talk about these guys right here.
Oh, we'll get to them. We'll get to them. We'll probably do some right before the season starts. We'll talk about Georgia and we'll see if want to do something. We'll talk about Georgia. I'll talk about Virginia Tech also. We'll do a little college.
Good. Yeah, I'd like to do that because my boys they got my guys projected. I think 4th in the SEC, even behind Florida. Oh God, don't let
y'all play first.
Some Kennesaw State, something like that.
Oh,
nobody big.
Okay. Yeah.
But we have this year. We do have Texas at home, Alabama at home, and Ole Miss at home.
That Texas game is like a week of just crazy college and NFL matchups. It's like
week 1 is going to be good too.
September something, whatever. It's like September whatever, and it's good college games and good NFL games the next day. I know what I'm doing. It's staying home.
Oh God, you and me both. Hell yeah, bro.
Yeah, week 1, the homie Shane's going to be down in Georgia for Atlanta for the Virginia Tech versus South Carolina.
They're playing at Mercedes-Benz Stadium?
Huh?
Playing at Mercedes-Benz Stadium?
Yep.
South Carolina's going to be good. They're going to be good this year. And I think that's one of the teams. They had Texas having a better record.
Oh.
They had Texas having a better record than Georgia. Oh, shit. Am I freezing?
Oh,
my back?
Am I back? You're good. I can hear you. You're just frozen, but it's fine.
God, I'm moving.
Yeah, now you're going. Now you're back.
Right, now you're back. Okay. So yeah, they got Texas having a better record than us. They have South Carolina and Florida having a better record than us. I'm like, all right, you guys are high as shit now.
Well, it's time to improve. So we'll definitely get you back on for that, and we'll keep this football shit going.
Definitely.
It's your main man Clubber D and Lamar, Dirty Mojo, the #1 Atlanta Falcons fan. If you got a problem, say something in the comments.
Rise up, on my dirty bird.
Oh,
bringing it back, baby.
Algae Crumpler. Holla at y'all. Peace.